Hi everyone, welcome to another round of Young 7 Yang game reviews. Today we're going to be doing a walkthrough of a game called El Shaddai, Ascension of Metatron. Now this game is extremely unique. It actually reminds me quite a lot of a game called Rez, which I know a lot of the older generation of gamers should be familiar with. It was released on the Dreamcast and later on the PlayStation 2. This game reminds me a lot of that. I mean, it's got that same type of style as Rez, and you can also see a little bit of Okami in it, and it's very unique. Not only does it remind me of Rez and a bit of Okami, but it also reminds me of one of my favorite original Xbox games called Panzer Dragoon Orta, which was a sequel from the Sega Saturn edition. But what this game does is it uses cell shading very well, to such a degree that it entices you to play more. Now this is very much an action game, but it does it in a very unique way. So anyway, let's get started. And we are going to start off with new game. And because I'm not the best, I will go with easy. Now this is my second playthrough, and I have played this game on normal mode the first time through, and I got my ass kicked quite a few times, so for time's sake we're going to go ahead and stick with easy for now. But I mean, just listening to the music you guys can get some idea about how unique this game is, and I guess enticing. It makes you want to play more of it. So let's go ahead and start now. Just look at it, man, this game is beautiful, work of art. I mean, I even want to go as far to compare this game to Ico in terms of its uniqueness, man. There's so many, I take that back. There are very few games that can, what's the word I'm looking for? There are very few games that can make you sit down in awe as much as this one does. I mean, the only few exceptions I can think of are the ones I mentioned before. Panzer Dragoon Orta, Rez. This game reminds me a lot of Rez. Okami, even got some Ico and Shadow of the Colossus in there. I mean, this game is that unique, and it definitely deserves to be in the same category. Now, I'm basing all this on a demo I'm playing, but just look at it. Really, just look at it. It's a work of art.
エゼキエルは監視しているようだね。
One of the things I figured out early on in this game is you use L1 to grab your opponent's weapon. Now, from my original playthrough, there are two types of weapons you can grab. There is the sword-like sphere thing you have, or it's kind of like an arrow, and then you have these projectile weapons you grab later on.
Enoch? 小さな女の子の気配を感じるよ。君を探しているようだね。
Now the reason why I'm playing this game on easy is because not only is it beautiful, it's fucking difficult. And I mean that in the kindest sense. You have to be on your toes 100% or you'll die pretty quickly in this game. Now, if you haven't downloaded this game from PSN yet, I recommend that you do. Now, I just missed my opportunity of attack. When these guys start glowing red, that's your chance to essentially take their weapon or knock them out. Don't die. Now, basically, every time you attack your opponent, he will lose a part of his armor. And the same goes for you as well. Every time you get attacked, you lose a piece of your armor. If you lose all of your armor, your character becomes essentially what I would call naked. And if you hit beyond that, well, you basically die. And yeah, this game does have quite a lot of platforming in it as well, as you can see. Some of it easy, some of it not so easy. And it gets really, really cool towards the end of this level, which you guys will see soon enough. Anyway, I'm going to shut up so you guys can just listen to it for a bit. Alright, now these are the projectile weapons I was talking about. Some enemies have them, and when you attack the enemy with the projectile, basically you take that weapon. I better be careful. Shit. So, let me rephrase that one more time. When your enemy turns blue or starts to glow blue, you attack him with the L1 button. Doing this will enable you to take his weapon at the same time pull a finishing move on him. In some cases, it just means to take the enemy's weapon, though.
やはり来たか。
Shit! Damn. I just got my ass handed to me.
身の程を知るがいい。
Something, you're dead. Yeah, but I'm still alive. Okay, to be perfectly honest, I got my ass kicked by this guy the first time around, so I have a feeling you're not supposed to win against him. Because the level does continue even if you die. Shit. The platforming is not as easy as it looks. I'll just say that right off the bat. Now, obviously, one of the key differences between this and Rez is Rez had a huge emphasis on music. This game really doesn't. But the reason why I'm comparing it is if you guys have played Rez, then you'll understand exactly what I mean. Now, this is what I mean by L1. Okay, I missed my opportunity. I'll try it again in a minute. Alright, come on. Alright, as you can see, he's focused on, he's blue, so what I'm doing is I'm taking his weapon and pulling the finishing on him right now. And if you pay attention closely, what you'll see is every time I attack that opponent, his clothes come off, or his armor comes off, until he's completely naked. That's when he's vulnerable. And the same principle applies to yourself as well. Alright, now this is more or less a platforming section, but it is really cool. Check this out, guys. And the first time I played through this, I was like, what? You know, the game's so simplistic, but at the same time it's so beautiful.
この物体の近くに立って浄化すると神の武器が手に入るよ。手に入る武器は 物体の状態によって変わるみたいだね。
Now check this out. You're able to run along the waves, as you can see here. And the way they go about it is just awesome.
地上界の自然に惹かれて打点した。
Now,
しかし
I'm not sure if this applies to the actual game itself. Now, when I was playing this in normal mode, you can die when you fall down, but it's quite difficult. You do lose a bit of power, but in easy mode, this kind of lets you live. You know, basically resets you to a certain point, resets you at a certain point. See what I mean? Alright, anyway. Shit. Alright.
彼女の歪んだ自然への愛情はいずれ地上界を混乱に陥れるだろう。最後の武器の登場だな。これはベイル。奪い取ってみるといい。
Alright guys, that pretty much sums up this demo. Now, as I said before, this game is extremely unique. Now, one thing I'm going to give credit to in the Japanese market of games is that, you know, in the beginning of the PlayStation 3's life and the Xbox 360's life, a lot of the games they're releasing weren't really that great. But I'm starting to notice, I mean, last year and this year, they've been releasing a lot of good games, unique games. I mean, going back to the days of PS1 and PlayStation 2 in terms of the quality of their games and the artistic direction and basically taking risks. And this game does that quite a bit. Now, I don't know when this game is going to be released in the States, but I will definitely be picking it up first thing when it is. But I can say for 100% certainty at the end of this month I'll be ordering the Japanese version of this game just based on this review alone. I'm sold. And let me know what you guys think of let me guys know what you think of this game yourself. You know, not just the gameplay wise, but the art wise, because I think it's really cool. And let me know you know, how you think of it in comparison to, say, Rez and all those other games that I mentioned, such as Ico, Shadow of the Colossus, Okami, even Panzer Dragoon Orta. I mean, I think it's that unique. So anyway, peace out for now. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. Leave your negative, positive comments, and see you all next time.